Don't know if I heard him correctly. He said he was injured and then smashed 66 runs. Thank God for that. Otherwise, what? We would have got 100 runs in 27 balls?
I mean, this is fantastic hitting. We've seen some fantastic hitting from Chris Gale, from Killer Miller, and now Kieron Pollard. We always knew that Pollard was up to it. And I always maintain, had he been sent earlier in the first IPL, Mumbai would probably have won it.
Right. Now, talking about this IPL, I know it's too early to compare because of the consistency that Chris Gale has shown, but can you compare the two when it comes to just hitting the ball?
I think clinically and technically, I think Pollard is a better hitter, I think. I think Chris Gale is actually, believe it or not, a bigger guy than Pollard. Now, Pollard's, what, 6'4 and a half? I'm one of his coaches at the Adelaide Strikers. So, and Pollard might be a bit, well, geez, though, one thing is for sure, I think Gale's a bit wider, but I think he's just got a little bit better technique.
Who has better technique? Pollard. I think Gale has better technique, yeah.
Because all left-handers look good at whatever
Pollard,
they do, don't they?
Stain softened him up in that over. He had no idea. One was on his handle and all that.
That's not what I'm trying to say. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is actually the technique of actually getting into the ball. Yeah. So you notice when they line it up, their hands are not up high. They're actually down low. Everyone who wants to hit a big six, you notice they get their hands up almost like a golf swing. These guys keep their hands quite low.
Forearm and the wrist.
And it's correct. And then they muscle it through with their core. The core comes through and then their hands, and that creates their hand speed.
Right. That's one
it's
thing.
It's a little bit technical, but they hit it with their core, not with their arms so much.
Correct. Technique is one thing, but to be born in West Indies is another thing. Just somehow they get the best hitters.
Not only the West Indies, Trinidad.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Gale's from Jamaica.
You know why?
So
There's rhythm in their cricket. Rhythm in the dancing, rhythm in the movements. We just talk to him also, hey man, they'll go all over the place, tongue hanging out. Yeah. Clive Lloyd was my roommate for 12 years. So can you imagine?
Okay. Now to the game. Mumbai almost lost their way while they were chasing, especially when Sachin got injured and then Karthik got out. And then from there to turn it around.
What are you trying to say? It was a blessing in disguise?
You're saying that, not me.
No, I mean, makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Oh, look, I'll put my head on the chopping block here. I think it was the best thing that happened for the team. We know the great Sachin Tendulkar cannot moose it, hit it as far as Pollard. We know that. And it's going to come to the stage where players coaches have spoken about when a player is struggling. I know he just hit a six and he got cramp or he's got a tennis elbow problem. But if you feel that you need Pollard in there now, retiring.
Well, he could have easily got out or thrown his wicket away, tried to hit a six.
Yeah,
but to make it a bit
that
too
doesn't
obvious.
happen, as you know. We've tried to get out.
He's put his neck on the line. What do you think? That was the turning point?
It's a bit harsh, I think, on a man like Sachin Tendulkar, because he's an icon, the guy. But I mean, the physio did come running out, maybe to give him treatment, and I don't know if some words were exchanged, but it was a blessing in disguise that Tendulkar went in. Because I agree with Dino, he wouldn't have been able to hit those sixes. Nobody would have.
Okay. We spoke about Pollard's massive hitting, but there was sensibility there too, because he was struggling against Stain, took his time, didn't take any chances against him, waited. So therein lies a smart cricketer too, not just the one who hits the ball.
That was the reason why I think it was the perfect timing for him to come at that time with Sachin. It just gave him a couple of balls to side it, just get him into the groove, get the feel of the lights, the feel of the pace of the pitch, and then get into it. Now I've come up with a couple of, when we started the Indian Cricket League, we come up with some ideas and concepts, and I still believe with the technology we've got that if you hit a ball more than 90 metres, you should get a 9. Now you don't get any extra runs for it. See, I'll quickly tell you, it used to be a 5 when it carried the fence. That rule wasn't changed. Law wasn't changed till 1918. Did you actually get an extra 2? So I just feel if you're going to hit it 90 metres, you should get. All right, I'll get an 8. But then again, that game might have finished it early.
100 metres.
You can have 100. Game over.
Okay, quickly, running out of time. But like I said at the start of the discussion, that this gives hope to all the Kolkata Knight Riders fans and also Kings 11 Punjab fans. Their team can sneak in. Yeah. But honestly...
This does Royal Challengers Bangalore an enormous favour.
My question is, 3 look almost certain, the ones with 20 points. Who'd be your 4th?
RCB or Sunrisers?
Who?
Bangalore or Sunrisers?
Who do you think, or who do you fancy?
They're both very good teams. Yesterday, I said Bangalore were out. I'll still maintain that. I think Sunrisers might just sneak in.
Do you know?
Well, for the other teams, we've got more chance of George Clooney wearing a sari on this. They got no chance, all right? So, Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Bangalore,
Okay,
I think
great.
we'll get it.
Hyderabad, we love it when you disagree. Of course, we'll find out in a few days from now. Thanks so much for talking to us.
George Clooney would be good in here with a sari,
Hey,
wouldn't he?
you'd be horribly wrong as always.
I think-
And he's 52 today. Happy birthday, George.
I think the two of you will
Is he
beat
wearing
him.
a sari?
We'll get him the right colours.